Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, yeah, it's true. I just decided not to mess with YouTube anymore. But I was thinking about this today, and I just wanted to give you a little summary of why. Because it was nice to have people, comment on videos, have some interaction. I'm kind of a loner guy, and you know, I always thought that it was like fun to upload things on for someone to see that maybe just wasn't able to go out and like see the things that I saw. And I think that's true because people contact me and there are people that are immobile or they had health difficulties and they can't. And it didn't start out that way, as you know, but it actually kind of did. And then I got into like interviewing people, which I really liked. It was a great experience, but I found out through lots of things in life that it isn't as it seems. I mean, the good news is to experience that properly, I was naive. I actually thought that I could go out there and just help, let people know that like there were people out there that cared, which there were. And that's how I got all those kind of uh, donations and stuff. And it just seemed like a good thing to do at the time. After all, there's no shortage of examples of people donating and, soup kitchens and that kind of thing. And it just seems like, well, that's a good thing to do. I mean, you're lucky to be able to do it. And if you listen to the stories of how the people got there, uh, it's compelling. I mean, unless you're like brain dead, it would seem to me that you'd want to offer an olive branch of a very low uh, level. I mean, so what? You're taking someone some food, they get some clothes, you give them $10. Honestly, there was always a part of me that thought that they almost seemed sometimes like flattered that anybody cared, which I thought was really cool. And a perfect example of that was like down around the old days with Tassie and Marguerite and Maddie and all those people. Prior to me doing that, you could go down to those areas, and if you listen to some of the old interviews and stuff, they were shot with pellet guns, and people go by and dump water on them, and just all sorts of shit like that. And then once those videos kind of took off, it really happened because of some teenager posted them on Reddit. I mean, they were up there for quite a while and nobody watched them. And it was just kind of interesting to see the turnaround. That stuff all kind of quit. All of a sudden, it looked to them that there were people out there that had an interest in them doing better, helping them get on their feet. And it was nice. But I realized through doing that you can't help everybody do everything. I mean, if I could wave a wand and not allow deer hunting, I'd do it. But it's a legal activity. Society's decided it's an okay thing to do, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's not like I'm going to go around playing loud music to chase all the deer away because of people that want to hunt them. That's not my decision to make. But it's another example that I'm giving you on you accept things sometimes as they are. And I realized through doing those things that very little in a positive way was done long term. But it's the old adage, the road to hell's paved with good intentions, and that's the truth. Look, I'm not complaining. I'm just not doing it anymore. And once that I realized in the whole sum of things that it was just like, this is not really working. You could have offered me $10 million to do it and I wouldn't have done it. I'm like that about everything. Relationships, places that I worked. There were a couple times when I was self-employed and owned a detective agency, I called these places and said, hey, look, I don't really want to do work for you anymore. And right away, that snaps them out of it. It's like, why? And it's because you're, 1% of my customer base and 99% of my problems. You complain about everything. You're always making little snide comments about, I should have hired them or they charge less. And if all of that is just half true, I think it's better for both of us that you go and let them do your investigations, because I'm just not motivated at all to work for you. When I see your name on the caller ID, I just dread answering it or having a phone transferred to me that it's you. And life's just too short for that. It's not all about money. And I don't have that problem with anybody else but you and, company XYZ. So therefore, best of luck to you. And I did this in relationships too. I mean, not like I'm some great guy, but I can tell you that more often than not, it was just like, you know what? This is not what I want out of life. It's not. I mean, I'm probably never going to get what I want. And, I've had my own mental health issues as well, which, as a matter of fact, I'm in the parking lot of a Walmart to go pick up a new prescription antidepressants. It definitely is an issue, and it, of course, affects my life in a big way. So, in the last few years, I've gotten into like classical music and philosophy. I was never religious. And, I just look back at your life, and slowly it's come down to the point where of the people, these stupid views and subscribers and all this stuff, it's just not worth it. And honestly, there's a lot of nice people that come on there and make simple comments and how you doing, and they appreciate the little things that I upload, and that's fine. But there's a bunch that are not. And honestly, almost all the people that I've come in contact with over the years, as you know, there was a change in moderators not that long ago. I just don't want to have anything to do with these people. I just don't. I mean, this is part of the problem in meeting people in life. You meet them like kind of in a very limited basis. They like your interviews, and then before you know it, it morphs into emails and text and meeting them and getting to know them. And after I got to know them, to be honest with you, I didn't really want to have anything to do with them. And that could be me. I mean, I'm not saying I hold any higher standard on judging people, and just because I decide I don't want to do anything with you, you're a bad person. I just don't. And by and large, I've found that particularly the women, it's just a disproportionate amount of unsuccessful people. Now, I know success is a target. What is it really? But I know, and I'm not even aiming for that. It's just I know what I don't want. When you're in your 50s and 60s and in this particular position, you're there because of a reason. You charted your own course, minus some like bad breaks with health or just marrying a jerk when hormones were high, that kind of thing. So, I'm trying to like construct, time's running out for me. I'm going to be like 70 here in a couple months. And God, I'm just thankful that, I have one other bite at the apple of like getting closer to being satisfied before it's tits up. But the really like capped it off is honestly, I mean, I never really bought into the YouTube stuff. It wasn't. I was just like having fun, and you get these subscribers, and I realized as things kind of took off, I tell the truth when I say I hope the hell I never get another viral video again. Well, I'm not now because I'm not doing them, so I've guaranteed that to myself, which is a source of happiness. I don't care about likes and stuff. It's all stupid, fake, contrived BS that, YouTube has been the maestro of. This tapped into a part of society that you really never knew existed. It just, anybody with a camera could go on there and, all of a sudden you're getting promoted by a place that's running a bunch of digital ads. And honestly, as the time went by with dealing with YouTube, the less I liked him. Much along the lines of when I just wanted to get rid of customers that I had when I ran a detective agency. And this is a big part of it. I mean, they're just very discriminatory. They set people up. Like I said, I never looked at it that way, but I see how the whole thing works now, and I don't want to have anything to do with it. I just don't. I mean, I've been painted into a corner, and I can tell now that they're really pushing these shorts and stuff. And they said about in 3 or 4 years ago, if you didn't monetize videos, you could tell when you watched a video because there were no commercials. Well, they said about 3 or 4 years ago, well, we're not doing that anymore. Of course you're not. Now, in fairness to them, they're allowing a platform that people can upload their stuff on. That's cool. But they're also making a ton of money out of it. Well, in the last couple of years, I don't really care that much, but I've seen some good people that bought into all this, that were trying to do, good channels. I just subscribed to one last night on music theory. And I'll give you another example, like this classical pianist that I went to see last Saturday. He's got 178 subscribers on YouTube. I mean, this is insane. I mean, this is as close as you'll ever get to actually watching Beethoven play. And it's these things that have just come to mind, over the last couple of years, that just kind of fortify my decision to not get caught up in this stuff anymore. And it's like the quality of your life. It would seem like to some people, and me too, that, I'm just roaming around, doing videos, going to coffee shops, and it's just out to eat. It's just not enough to make me want to finish my life off in a good way. It's just like, I'm not complaining. It has been fun, but it hasn't been fun as like being totally successful in some facet of your life before it's tits up. It occurred to me as I was at that concert, this guy still practices like 7 days. And I talk about Jews a lot. I wish I was born Jewish. But it's delayed gratification, which I'm an absolute zero in. If something isn't fun or interesting, and it requires like long-term discipline, you can forget it. I'm out. I mean, yeah, I did get a college degree and a couple other things like a pilot's license and stuff like that. And it was murder on me to do it. So I'm trying at the end of my life to like get it together where it's not all this superfluous bullshit, like getting on and just wasting a bunch of time on this social media platform that is like the net result is zero. It's no different than like going to a bar and just sitting around talking to strangers. Things like that. I mean, I just see too many educated people that put up fantastic content and nobody watches their videos. I mean, the bar is lower than it's ever been. And I just don't want to get caught up in that anymore. Because, you're getting something from it. It's like drinking alcohol or anything else, and it's just not valid enough to continue to pursue. You know what I mean? I'm getting up just like nobody watches my videos anyway, but I knew that a few people watched them, and I like the idea of uploading them, as I said, for people that otherwise may not have been able to get out there and like see a sunrise in Hilton Head or watch a black vulture eat or something like that. Now I'm going to keep on doing what I do. I'm just not going to record it. But I'm definitely quitting driving around all the time, out and eating out all the time, hanging around coffee shops. I'm going to continue my reading and stuff. And I'm just going to try to my house is a damn mess. That's another thing too. It's like, I should have been in there. It should have been like perfect condition 25 times since I've lived there. It's not. I haven't even ordered a refrigerator and a stove. Yeah, it's like, why? Yeah, good question. I kind of know why. It's because I eat out all the time, and I'm at coffee. I mean, it's not like a regular house. You know what I mean? And here's another main cog in this wheel. Why I decided to just not do YouTube anymore. There's no way I'm ever going to learn to play a piano after buying one last spring if I'm on YouTube. I mean, if I spend half the time practicing the piano like I should, I'd probably be playing it by now. It's just such a waste of time on there. I want to at least try to like play this damn thing in lieu of like YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I know, and believe me, it'd be so much more easier and fun to just sit around and like fuck around YouTube and do chats and, you know, stuff like that. But I just can't do this anymore, man. It's just like doing nothing. It's like just taking you out of school as a sixth grader and sitting in a chair and looking at a blank chalkboard. It's not redeeming enough. And I just, back in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, man, this is just not good. You know what I mean? I want to do something better. But that's subjective. You know, some people, and I've been there too. It's like, what the hell you mean? Just sit around, talk on YouTube, drink dragon's milk. Just talk about stupid shit. I just don't want to do it anymore. And I realized at that concert that, you know, I asked that guy, actually, I talked to him quite a bit. Spend any time on YouTube? No. Yeah, I get it now. Which is why you're a world-class pianist. Yeah, that's it. So that's it. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to, you know, I just don't want to spend time on that stuff anymore. It's like, I don't care about any of the views and stuff. But I did want to at least come on here and thank people for like subscribing, you know, and watching the videos and making nice comments, stuff like that. And I'm not saying this is never gonna change, but I hope it doesn't. I hope I stick to this. You know what I mean? I really do. I mean, I've thought of other things. And it's not just like the interaction with YouTube, it's the time it takes to like do this stuff. You know, not so much like stuff that I'm eating and stuff. I'm just not going to get out of this whirlwind of bullshit if I just stay in YouTube 5% or cut it in half or upload a video once a week or stuff like that. I don't think I would. You'll get right back into like doing this crazy stuff. Now when I see a beautiful tree of fall colors, I just look at it, appreciate it, and keep on driving and get something else done. You know what I mean? And as I said, you know, this depression thing has been a lifelong problem. It's not too bad now. Hopefully I'll see the light at the end of the tunnel soon. It's not that bad. It's not like it was 8 years ago. So happy holidays to you guys. You know, you can always, if you want to say hello or see how I'm doing, you can email me. My email is tomreed, Tomreed, REED, 1956@gmail.com. And I hope you have, like, you and your kids, friends, have a happy Halloween, good Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that kind of stuff. I don't do too much on those days. I don't even think I'm going back to Michigan now that I thought I was gonna. I might, but I just got too much shit to do that I don't do because I'm in coffee shops. All right, you guys. Thanks a lot.